Hello everyone, welcome back to our Google Cloud Platform Learning Series. In the previous series, we discussed why this training series is being created and how it can help to the non-IT students, freshers and experienced professors. Today, we are going to understand one of the most important foundations of the cloud computing, how the cloud computing evolved. And trust me, if you understand today's session properly, then your cloud concept will become more stronger. Then many people directly starting services without understanding the core foundations, core concepts of the Google Cloud. So let us begin. What are the things I am going to cover today? So let me explain. I will explain the what were the problem onto the on-prem infra. Then after that we came for virtualization. Virtualization. Then we moved over the cloud. And then we will also understand, we will also learn some few concepts which are base for the cloud computing. If you don't know, then you don't know the cloud also. So what are the concepts we will learn? We will learn high availability. We will also learn the latency. Then we will learn three core concept of the cloud: scale out versus scale up versus scale down. Scale down. Then we will also learn when we come to know this cloud computing. I will also explain region and zone. So these are the topics we are going to cover in today's session. So what before that we should learn one thing, that what is the on-prem? What was the problem of the on-prem infrastructure that was solved by the virtualizations, and what was the problem into the cloud virtualization that was solved by the cloud. So before moving to the new concept, we should learn three terms here, or you should say high availability and latency and scale out, or you can say scale out versus scale up and versus scale down. Yeah. In before 2000, what used to happen in your IT organizations? They have their own infra. Yeah. They have own infra means they have storage, they have memory, and they have CPUs. For example, they have taken two 300 GB of storage, they have taken 256 or 128 GB of RAM, and they have taken 16 vCPUs, or you can say CPUs. And on top of this infra, they have installed one operating system. What they have installed? Operating system. Operating system can be your Windows, Linux, Unix, CentOS, whatever the requirement of the business is there. And on top of that, they have installed their own applications. Maybe Oracle, maybe front-end applications, Java, whatever they want. They have installed one applications. Like you can say one application, application 2, and application 3 and application 4. So they have installed 4 applications. What was the problem in this? You will say everything is right. Your business is running and your IT team is providing the services to your business. There is no problem. But here, the problem was you have to maintain your infra. Security, it is your responsibility. Maintenance, your responsibility. So to solve all these problems, what you have to do? You have to have an storage admin. You have to have an network engineer. You have to hire, you can say, a security team. So you have to build up, and you have to also keep your cooling power, AC, and then you have to give the, you have to pay for land also where you are building up this infra. So everything is your responsibility. Now, one more thing, you have built up this infra into Delhi region, or you can say Mumbai, right? Mumbai. So if you are not utilizing this infra, what will happen? So two problems were there. One problem was everyone is doing online shopping. They are going to the Amazon, Flipkart, or other any online platform. So what happened? We have festive season. We have festive season. We have big billion sales also. So in these two days, like it may be Holi, Deepavali, or some other Eid or some other festivals, and sometimes companies do big billion sales. They keep the price low of their item. So in these, during this, what happened? The volume of the customer increased dramatically. In normal days, you can consider the 1000 customers are logging into the your web portal or online platform. In these days, now 100,000 customers are logging. So your load on your online platform is 100. So now the problem is, does your infra has the capacity to take the load of 100 times customer? What you will do in those, in these, during these days, festive or big billion sales, you have to plan in advance. You have to add the storage. You have to increase the capacity of virtual CPUs. You have to add more memory. Means your billing is increased. There is a more burden on your pocket. What happens if these, in 1 year or 365 days, this such kind of the scenario comes only for 30 days. So rest of the 335 days you are paying for this infra what you have added for 30 days. Now you are not utilizing. So it is a waste of infra and your billing is increased. It is not good for your business. Take one more scenario. We have two teams here. So this team need what this team need? You can say team 1 needs Windows machine. Team 2 need Linux machine. And team 3 need Unix. They need Linux. So we have 3 team into the our organization, and they need different operating systems. So what will happen? But here we have installed Windows operating system. Windows. Now we have to create three new, you can see, three new servers. Like this. Here. Here we will say Windows. This one we will say Linux. And this one we will say Unix. Correct? So again, we are purchasing the new infra. We are putting the order. We are calling to the vendor and providing this infra. So your headache is increased. You have to maintain three times of the infra. Your cost is increased three times. And for example, if this team 3, what the team 3 you have onboarded for one specific project, now that project is over. So this infra is your headache. You are paying for this infra without using it. If you are going to sell this infra, will you get the cost on which you have to bought it? No. 1/4, maybe 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, whatever the cost, you will get it. So these were the problem onto the on-prem infra. One problem is scalability and scale up and scale down. So when the load is increasing, you have to scale up. When the load is decreasing, you have to scale down. So it is not easy to scale up and scale down. Second problem was the high availability. So for example, what I was trying to say, you have created this infra into the Mumbai. Now you have to expand your business. It's global. Means you have to take your business outside Mumbai. You want to open one branch into Mumbai. Now another branch you want to open into the California. So one user is putting the request from the California and one user is putting the request from the Mumbai. Who will get the request faster? Obviously it is from the Mumbai. Take one example. If you are putting an order on the Zomato portal, the shop is nearby. You can say it is in the 2 kilometer within your range. So you will get your order within 10 minutes. Another example, if you are putting same order, but the shop who is going to deliver, it is 30 kilometers from your house, then it may take 1 hour, 1.5 hour, or it may take 30 minutes. Definitely it will take more time from the first condition. So it is called a latency. So when you have more time, if it is taking more time to deliver the order at your home, it is a high latency. When you are getting your order faster, it is a low latency. So what do you have to do? You have to create one server into Mumbai and another server into US. So whoever is putting the request from the US locations, that service will be served or completed or processed by the US locations. If anyone is putting the order from the Mumbai location, that service will be entertained by the Mumbai infra. So here the business is getting the low latency, means faster response. Think about that. If you are making a transactions and that money is reaching after 1 day, will you be happy? Or if someone is transferring the money from Mumbai to Delhi and that money is transferring, transaction is completed within 2 hours, will you be happy? So you want transactions should be completed within a second. Like you are transferring the money within a city, or like you are transferring the money inside country or outside country, your transactions should complete as soon as possible. So this was the second problem, means you have to upscale your infra from one city to another city. So it was the another problem onto the on-prem. And then scale up, scale down. So to solve the problem of this, like team one needs an earlier scenario, we have only one Windows operating system, and we have taken the infra, and on top of that teams are working. If another team 2 needs the Linux operating system, we are again going to market, purchasing the hardware, and creating the machines to the Linux machines to the team 2. And team 3 need a Unix machine, then again we are building up the infra, installing the Unix operating system, and creating the machines to the team 3. So to solve this problem, virtualization came into the pictures. How the virtualization solve this problem? Virtualization. What the virtualization do? They take same in hardware. In between, what they did, they kept one hypervisor. What the hypervisor will do? How it will solve the problem? Hypervisor. So we have two categories of the hypervisor. One is the type 1 and another is the type 2. So hypervisor has, when I'm saying the type 1 is hypervisor means it is having the lightweight operating system with itself. So whenever any team 1 is requesting that I need Windows operating system, Windows machine, not operating system, Windows machine, the request will go to the hypervisor. Then hypervisor will check, do we have the storage, memories, and CPU which this team 1 is requesting. So team 1, if yes, then what it will do, this hypervisor will search the location of team 1 Windows operating system, and it will create a one virtual machine to team 1. Then team 2 need, what it means, it need Linux machine, Linux operating system. So the team 2 will request, and that request will go to the hypervisor. Again hypervisor will check that do we have enough infra. It will, if yes, then it will create a one Linux machine. Now you will ask how it is creating the Linux machine. When we will do the practical on the Google Cloud platform, we will see how the machines are created. So this images the versions of the operating systems are placed on one locations. Whenever you are going for the Linux machine, the image of that operating system will be picked up from that machine and the infra from here, and it will complete your request here. So again, team 3 need another machine. So team 3 need Unix. Same thing. When the team 3 submit the request, it will go to the hypervisor and then check the enough infra is available. It will create the Unix machines to the user. And then one more important thing, you can install any applications here. Any applications, whatever applications you want. You can install Oracle database, you can install MySQL, Postgre, Java, Python, whatever you want, you can install on this machines. And same thing, like team 2, whatever the need or requirement of they can install on the next. So what this problem was solved here, if you see, the two problems are solved. One, you are utilizing your infra. And second thing, whatever the applications or machine, what kind of the machines were needed, it was provided to the teams here. Still, two problems were not solved yet. What was the two problems which I was trying to explain? One is the high availability and second is the latency. So when this everything was put over internet, this becomes your what? It became cloud. When we put everything over the internet, you can consider here internet. Internet means you will go to one their website, whatever you need, you will put the request, and then your request will be processed. So when we did, it will become a cloud. Now, how the cloud solve the problem of the high availability and the region? So, what the cloud did, they created regions like region one, different regions they have created, and within regions they created zones here. So, how the zones were created? Every cloud platform, whether it is AWS, Azure, or GCP, all cloud have their own regions and their zones. Some cloud has 6 zones within one region. I will explain what is the region, what is the zones here. So regions is nothing, just a geographical locations, and within one geographical location they have created a physical center. So physical center is nothing, just a physical center. So they have created zones here like this. They have created zones. But again, you will ask me how this it is solving the issue of the high availability on the and latency. So what you will do, you are creating your infra into 2 locations now, 2 regions. So for example, this is your Mumbai location, Mumbai, and this is your New York. Just take an example, New York and London. So what you will do here to solve the issue of the high availability, you will create your infra into 2 regions. One is Mumbai and another is you can say New York locations. Or also if you want more high availability, then you can take one more region, that is your London. So if any region, this Mumbai region is going down, your service will be available from the New York location. So you can take same thing like it is happening into our IT organizations. There is a one project manager, and under one project manager we have 3 teams. One team is sitting into the Mumbai location, another team is sitting into the New York location, and third team sitting into the London location. So somehow there is a holiday into the Mumbai locations. Definitely the team from the Mumbai will not log in that day. So what will happen? If that team is working on some critical mission or critical task, then what that critical task will be transferred to the New York team. Now you can consider, okay, New York is also on holiday, Mumbai is also on holiday. Then we have 13, which is sitting onto the London. Then that critical task will be performed by the or executed by the London team. Now don't ask me or don't say, okay, London team is also on holiday. So then your business is completely down. So this is called a BCP, business continuity plan. So if one region is down, we can provide the services from the another region. If another region is down, then we can go to the another region. But if we are going multiple regions, definitely our cost will increase, billing will increase. That also we will cover in the coming sessions. Clear? So in within regions also you can have multiple zones like zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. When the Google Cloud Platform start providing their services, they start the services from the Iowa locations. So Iowa they created 4 zones. Later on they realized 3 zones are enough for in one region. So now each region has the how many? 3 zones. So you can say total GCP has the 43 regions, and now we can calculate how many zones are there. 43 multiplied by 3 plus 1. So total we have 130 zones available into the. So they have created regions into like US location, Asia location, Europe location, Africa, like that they have created. Within Africa, they have created regions into multiple countries like Singapore, Japan, India. Within India, we have 2 regions, Mumbai and Delhi. And within Mumbai and within Delhi, we have 3 zones there. So like that. So they solve 2 problems here. One is the high availability, and second is the latency. So if the person is present into the uh, Mumbai location, the request would go to the Mumbai infra. If one person is requesting onto the London, then the request would go to the London infra. Then it will get the parcel. Another problem they solve is scale out, scale up, and scale down. How they solve? Whenever you need, you just come to again team 1, team 2, team 3 example. Whenever team 3 need the machine, they will create the machine for team 3. If team 3 is offboarded, means somehow the project is completed for any other reason, the infra will be returned to the physical store, to main storage, you can say. If team 2 is also offboarded, then infra will be returned back. Now again you say, now team 2 came back again. They will create the infra. They will create the machine from the existing infra. Again you will say team 3 is came back. They again will create the machine from the team 3 from the existing. So what is the scale up, scale down? Scale up, scale out, and scale down. You should understand 2 concepts. So when I am saying that you need machine, correct? If you are adding additional servers, additional machines for something, then it is a scale out. Scale out. Yeah. So if you need like same into the project. If one project manager got more tasks, then what he will do? He will add more resources into the team. Then it is called scale out. If the project is completed, what he will offload the resources. Then it is a scale down. So now we have one more machine we have taken. Then it is a scale out. So one now task is completed, it will return. Task 3 is completed, it will return. In this case, we are saying we are optimum utilization of the hardware. Now what you will say, now scale down, scale out, and scale down is clear. What is the scale up? Scale up means we are not going to add any new machine. We are not going to add a new server. What we are doing, we are adding the capacity of the existing server. Again, take the example of the project manager. If he get the task of the new skills, one resource is working on the COBOL programs now, or COBOL task. He got another task of the Java. Then what he will do? He will ask that resource, Dada, upskill yourself into the Java also. So he is adding the capacity or increasing the capacity of the same resource. But again, there is a drawback here. There is a limitations of the resource, how much capacity you can increase. You cannot beyond his capacity. Now, today he's working on the COBOL, tomorrow he is asking to work on the Java, and another day something is coming like C Sharp or .NET. Again, you are asking, he will be get frustrated and he will be fast one day. Right. So there is a limitation of the skill up. Now concept is clear. So again, I'm going to repeat what are the things we have learned in this session. We learned what was the infra, on-prem infra, what was the problem of the on-prem infra, then few problems solved by the virtualizations, and again virtualization having some issues or problems that were solved by the cloud. What was the high availability, latency, scale out, scale up, scale down, regions and zones. How many regions Google Cloud has? It has 43 regions. How many zones? It has 130 zones. And each region has 3 zones except Iowa. Iowa has 4 zones here. Now in upcoming sessions, what are the things I will cover here? That also I will tell you. So one thing, when you are going to start any technology or any software or any programming language you want to learn, what is the first requirement? You should have the software on your machine so that you can compile the code whatever you are writing. Same thing is going to happen with the GCP. So first thing, you have free GCP or free trial GCP account. That I will tell how to create and what are the limitations of also this account. Second thing, I will cover billing. Billing is more important. So you should not go like, okay, it is a retail account, I can run, I can create any services. Or if you are working in your organizations also, then you should know what is the billing, how the billing is generated. And then I will go through the GCP console. You can navigate to the different services, different products of the Google Cloud here. So that also I will explain to you how to execute the, how to use the GCP CLI. Then next thing is the resource hierarchy. Resource hierarchy. Resource hierarchy. Resource hierarchy, like if you are creating your individual account, then what is the resource hierarchy? That also I will explain. If you are working in an organization, then we have a different hierarchy, and how these services are wind up in which container, that also we will cover. Then project name, ID and number, these 3 things we will cover. It is more important from the project, from the certificate point of view, also from the interview point of view. The project ID, when you are using working with a different GitHub or Bitbucket or some other third party, then you should, this project ID will be important. So these things we will cover into the upcoming sessions. Yeah, I'm hoping that I would be in position to explain you in very detail, and after these sessions you will make your foundation strong into the cloud computing. So keep learning, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next session. Thank you so much.